see how this plays out. I cannot believe the Samira and the Leona got through. That is a damn scary bot lane duo. But the Swain Rel, I'm ready for some surprising stuff. I have not seen that matchup ever, not even in solo queue. So I want to know if there's some secret sauce behind that. Do they think it's going to be good against the Samira Leona? Was the Samira Leona picked afterwards, you know? But we'll see. And oh, baby, this is what I like.
Oh, baby boy, that's going to be a flash by MCHB1 already. They can go ahead and time that and look to possibly revisit, and they got it just about for free.
I think that's an 8. MCH 81.
The name of the game, try for York University, activity. This Nunu needs to be active. I believe Nunu is a jungler that can, we've talked about it before on this stream, can gank level 2 with Snowball. He can path any combination of pathing, so his pathing should be unpredictable, and he needs to be looking to get active here in this game. We saw a lack of activity in last game that resulted in an Amumu and a Corki just, you know, coasting their way level 1 through 6. And obviously those aren't the champions we have here, but it's got to be activity here out of PN on the Nunu, and that's what you pick that champion for. So my eyes are going to be on him and where he goes.
So we see Hecarim starting on his red and Nunu starting on his red. So I think we might see a mirror here in the, I guess,
I know.
opposite pass. That's not, or is it, technically is that mirroring?
Dude, we talked about this. And
like if it's mirroring or not?
What is mirror and what is
like,
opposite?
To me, I think mirror is like doing the same path, but does it really mean on the same side?
Right.
Starting on the same side or starting at the same buff?
It's actually so confusing.
It is confusing. So, yeah, regardless, that's what we're seeing here is both members starting at red, but look at that Nunu already taking the blue from Hecarim.
That's
that is BDE, baby.
That's BDE if I've ever seen it, and I never have, trust me. No, but yeah, if Nunu can actually take blue and Gromp and get out of here, and then Hecarim unsuspectingly it comes across those camps, it could really mean a 2-3 camp lead for Nunu, which means double leads, which means first to 6. It could mean a Drake for the exchange of a couple camps. It could be good things for York University, and he's getting out scot-free and pathing it now back to his camps. Now Hecarim stumbles upon his jungle with only wolves, where Nunu first to gank. That's great activity. And we see a 2v2 started off by Leona, followed up by Samira, going on to Swain, gets the flash, but Swain would like to re-engage, walking back up. Rel doing her job here, getting Samira fairly low. Now we have Samira with heal. There's no heal in the bot lane for Kent State University. It's exhaust here on the Swain.
I like the exhaust though, because man, Samira sometimes just does that wacky stuff, man. It's like you think you're fine, but surprise, she's actually Katarina, and now you're dead.
And for Swain, damage denial means more survivability for you, which means more healing and more damage overall. So
like the longer you can stay alive, like if you have your ulti up and Samira's standing to fight, you need to just exhaust her while the ulti is just soaking her down and giving you the HP. Oh, that's a big grab. I think that's going to be a kill.
And yes! It is! Through the heal. All it takes is a Swain hook into the Rel. She jumps on him with the stun. Uses the stun to connect. So watch the combo. They hit it here clean. I don't even need to explain. This is just, I'll let these guys do the talking here. It starts with a Swain hook and it's over.
Yeah, the
Rel
hook.
Follow up, chain there, auto to boot. And that's first blood going over to Kondrax on the Rel.
Yeah, well played fight there. I mean, if you get the Swain set up with the W to pop on them, and you know the slow is just too harsh. Like with that,
Renekton finding himself a favorable trade here on the Musinator with those really low cooldowns, but the sustain of Gragas, I actually think a lot of Gragas players will take that trade.
I think Musinator calls that a win, because you're right. He's gonna sustain up a little bit if he avoids getting bursted while he's looking for that sustain. Then he could potentially set something up. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't that far off, but I can see Nunu kind of lurking over there.
They should dive this every time. If you draft a Renekton, this is what he's great at. We see the Nunu will show himself. And then
surprise!
Because Echo is here as well. They're going to look for the Renekton stun into the Echo stun. Musinator drops. Here comes the delivery man on Hecarim. They're looking to clean this up. They're going to force the Echo Flash. Renekton here to back the Echo up. They might re-engage the 2v2. And it looks like Kenny and the delivery man will
Kenny
go ahead
low
and
on
walk
mana. I think
away.
they have to just back up there. I mean, maybe if he had more mana, they could potentially fight there. But I'm not even entirely sure. Renekton just some complete menace right now. You don't really want to take those early trades with him like that. I don't know if the Hecarim Silas could take that fight.
Probably not with the manaless Renekton, right? He can get infinite rotations of his cooldowns, whereas Silas here, as you mentioned, with no mana, can only use about 2 skills. So, yeah, smart to walk away there. And Echo might take advantage of the lack of mana here with Kenny as well, as he's going to be able to get a nice crash. He can get another move timer, but he'll probably look for a recall since he just used a move timer and got himself an assist. He'll probably
Unfortunately, though, Kenny using the TP to get there, and now he doesn't have it. So as he's getting shoved out in lane, he's really going to be punished. But here's Hecarim.
Delivery man doesn't look for the 1v1. I think it's the Nunu threat because Nunu actually was nearby, and that shows good awareness from the delivery man, who was previously an AD main, to not go for that 1v1. A lot of our junglers in our solo queue games would try that and then get snowballed by Nunu. And now Renekton will be up in CS. The amount that he gets from this wave, +5. That's a good lead for the Renekton. He got the kill as well. He has himself a Vamp Scepter to sustain the lane out as well. So those chunky trades we saw earlier can go both ways now in terms of sustain. It's really about the kill potential. I think you give that to Renekton.
Oh yeah, like look at that chunk right there of sustain, just bringing up like a third of his HP, but Moosinator looking pretty confident right now. Up in his face, some nice poke there.
And I lost track of the delivery man in terms of pathing, but he seems to have amassed a farm lead despite being counter jungle by Nunu. I think Nunu wanted to look for a 3 buff, which would have been possible, but I'm not sure if he actually did it or if he was ganking and diving while Hecarim was power
taking his. Yeah, I think that might have been the case.
Here comes Nunu with a look on the bot lane, but it was probably given away or something sussed out.
I think it was.
Somehow.
I think it was sussed out from Leona, like just walking up so aggressively. It seemed like they were kind of playing back, not really looking for anything, not threatening anything, and then immediately Leona starts threatening something. It's like, why is she doing that?
Right. So good awareness from the bot lane, but Nunu's gonna say, okay, no gank. I will just take Drake, which means that Aqua Anthony should be careful being too aggressive up here because you would expect Hecarim to look for an answer. So he is topside. Once Drake goes down, he can maybe look for a play topside.
Dang, imagine if I could just recognize those kind of things in my own games.
Oh, you
like, oh, it's obvious. Like, why did Leona walk up there? They were hiding under tower for like the last 3 minutes, and then I easily die to that gank because,
Dude, it's worse
once
dying.
I'm playing, I'm just.
It's worse dying to the plays that you know, but you just like your body doesn't let you like do the smart thing because you see some opportunity to like do something. And we see a Nunu snowball, the follow-up gank on Moosinator, who has no flash. There's the flash stun from the Renekton auto Q. Moosinator drops again, and that's York University with another kill on their Renekton. This could be a topside focused game as they look Herald.
Yeah, it was set up really nicely there with the Nunu dive. Renekton picking up the kill. So he did burn flash there as well as Moosinator's flash. So we'll see how this goes, but I do like the Gragas pick. Renekton I know is good, and he does have a lot of dominance in the top lane for these early game matchups, but I really like Gragas as a champion. I think when it comes down to objective, like fights over objectives and zoning control in jungles and stuff like that, I think this Gragas is going to be much more threatening than Renekton will be. So we see the Renekton TPing up the top lane as well to secure that Herald, and then it looks like
delivery man. He wanted to deliver the Leona to Starpawner, and he might just do exactly that. There's no flash on the Leona, and Starpawner will go ahead and pick that one up. He's one step closer to his Leandries,
and there's just fights going on everywhere here. Kenny with the stolen ulti gets that off, and we're going to see the Herald drop top.
Yeah, and this is smart. You're getting more gold on a Renekton.
He needs to be careful. This tower's going to go down, and they're going to be able to... Okay, yeah. That's right, Musi.
This just means Bork even earlier for Renekton. He will be an absolute menace. and try. I get your point with the Gragas. I think in the super late game, if everything was even, Gragas has more options in his kit, more tools for his team. But the Renekton, when you look at this, when you look at the stat line, and when you look at the CS
the level
numbers,
difference, it's a 2 level difference on this in the top lane. But that being said, like we just saw some poke damage there from Gragas still chunking out pretty decent amount of damage off of this Renekton. So I don't know if it's gonna if it has to be the really late game. I think as we get into this 15 to 20 minute mark and there's some team fighting going on, I think that the Gragas might be more impactful than the Renekton. But what does he do at that point? Is Renekton looking for split push, or is he looking for picks on the carries of, I mean, who does he even look at for picks on?
I think this Renekton can team fight.
Okay.
Just even though he's going Bork, when you see Bork, it's usually like, yeah, split push with Bork. But you look at the comp from Kent State, it's 4 melees plus Swain. And that means if you go Bork into Gore Drinker, your Gore Drinker is going to get a ton done for you. And Renekton into multiple melee champions who have to, square up with them can be a functional team fight threat. If this comp was a long-range poke, skirmishy type thing, then yeah, I would say maybe Renekton just look to split. But I think he actually has options in this game, giving the team comps of both teams.
Okay.
Especially with how accelerated he is, I think the options.
Yeah. And right now he's pushing, gonna hit level 10 soon probably. Gragas only level 8. So I mean, this Renekton has a decent-looking level lead on all members of the game. I think we do see both mid laners are level 9, but I'm gonna suspect that Renekton will hit 10 before everyone else. He's taking some camps, it looks like, and getting vision in top side quadrant.
Yeah, I mean, you take those camps as a top laner. That really is huge for the game.
We see a Gragas TP here. Were they looking for a dive? I think they saw the dive threat from the ward that they have. I don't even know why that TP came out, actually. I don't see any red wards in the top side jungle.
Tough to say. He may have had his reasons, but that doesn't matter. It's all about this Nunu snowball onto the bot lane. Counterx going to go ahead and tank that. Now that's a red TP for Kent State coming in to answer.
Are they looking for this here? This is going to be a 4v3. Oh, but here comes Hecarim.
The delivery man will engage with big onslaught of shadows, and that's a massive play by Rel to lock everybody up, but it's under the blue turret.
Where's the damage? Okay, we got
is coming back, and there's a flash from Starboner.
And the Nunu.
Big damage, but again, it's blue turret doing a lot of work, and at the end of the day, it's going to be a 2 for 2.
Wow, I want to take another look at this play. It's another one of those ones where, okay, let's see what's going to happen here. He needs to be careful. I think Renekton's going to be able to dive him here.
That is some nasty Bork damage. But
he does have ulti ready. Can he set something up here if Renekton looks for a dive?
I don't think so because of the explosive cask. Like the ulti can bop him away. I think Gragas has the stun with the belly slam. A few tools to evade the dive. But that was
KSU securing the Drake as well.
Some insane plays from Kent State. But
yeah, let's take a look at that again.
So the Rel combo that sets this up is what we missed. But since York is so close to their turret, they actually have some sort of a space advantage. They have space that Kent State can't enter that they can because of turret, and they're able to fight back and get to there. I think you're happy if you're York with the result of that play. And this has got to be the Renekton show. I don't know if they wait. Yep, Renekton will take down both Silas and Hecarim. And that is what you can do when you're this far ahead on Renekton. You can scrap against these guys.
Yeah, it looks like they may break mid tower here. It's going to be too difficult with Rel here, I think. But yeah, that's what you were saying, the Renekton looking for those fights. It looked like potentially it was going to go over to KSU, but then that Renekton damage was just too insane.
And that's just on Bork. The nature of Renekton is your ult is going to give you some burliness, right, in the mid game, which will keep you alive to get your Bork autos to heal you. You then go Gore Drinker next, I think is what he'll do, and just even add to that power. And when you're talking about kind of the melee, like jump on you comps like Rel, Hecarim, and Silas, Renekton loves that. He loves not having to deal with getting on you.
Like having to chase you down. You're in his face.
Exactly.
It's in his favor.
That's right. But with a calculated attack you can one shot the Renekton if he's out of position, even through his ult because he went Bork. He only really has the bonus HP of his ult. His resists aren't that high at this stage in the game compared to a main tank. So it's about locking him down, preventing some of that healing, and just bursting him. Easier said than done, though, given the state of this
Definitely.
Renekton.
Looks like York University looking for Harold here, but it's going to be spotted out by Kenny. I don't know if there's anything they can do, though.
If they do, it's going to have to be a team effort, and it has to be by coordination and outplay. Kenny will take the
Oh,
Leona
the Leona ult.
Drops in on the Renekton. This could be their opportunity. The Onslaught of Shadows goes in, but he drops so much damage back. Is Renekton even the focus at this point? It's a full-on 5v5. Members dropping. Renekton takes
Keep an eye on Swain. Swain looking.
Oh, that's Swain with the pop. Damage. It won't be enough. The Renekton gets a double. And who got Herald? It's not Kent State. They would take the eye by now, right? Or it was Kent State.
It was. So Kent State did get the Herald, but not going to be able to pick it up. And now Delivery Man. Oh, okay, that was close. Wow, so this Renekton just a force to be reckoned with, 6-0. Such a good lead in this game. Let's take another look at this fight.
Yeah, so my eyes were on the Hecarim. He was the focus. He got the Leona ulti from the Sylas and the Hecarim ulti, but he just does not fall. He's in the middle of all these members dishing out damage. Starponer, this is a fight that you like to see Swain in, but he just falls.
He needs more time.
Yeah.
He needs more time.
Along with his teammates, he might need a Zanya's of his own, unless he's been getting tips from Faker and Coma.
Yeah. Zonia's last item. Only noobs build Zonia. Stay in silver, buddy. But yeah, I think the way these fights have been going is once the Swain has the damage, it's going to be really impactful. I think he had his ultimate just soaking down on like 4 members there, and then the activation of it was able to take out the 1 member who's low. But you know, if that did a lot more damage there, he might have gotten 3 members low enough for kill range with that ulti. But right now, with only a Leandries, it's gonna need to get later in the game for him to really pull that off.
Yeah, and we see Gore Drinker has now been completed for Renekton. I would maybe argue this is his strongest point in the game, and after about 3 items, Renekton will be at the point where in some comps he'll fall off. Again, I think in this comp he's well suited to scale into the mid-late, but he might go Sterax next. Oh, and there's just a look at a lot of damage, and there's no one shot to be had there, but you can see from the chunk there.
Yeah,
it's just difficult to deal with.
The question is, how do they... Oh, no.
Oh, nice snowball interrupting the rail jump.
My question is how do they play this game to survive this insane spike from Renekton? They can't give away too much, but if they keep trying to fight him, it's only going to put them further and further behind and lessen their chance of being able to come back into this game. So...
it's going to have to be a full team play. Like, catch him in a sideline in a situation like this. He was aware of that there, because if his team is taking Drake with no response, he should know the play is on him, and he does, so he backs up. There's no easy answer, I think, to solving this Renekton problem here for Kent State University, but they could out-team fight them. And like I said, Renekton, a champ known to fall off in the late game. They could just go uber late, but then you're talking about a Samira and Echo who's quietly scaling into the game. The late options for York.
I mean, in the later hits, you're looking at that one fight scenario, the one fight that changes it all. So, if they really do try and push it to that late game, they need to be careful and they need to be sure of themselves when they take a 5v5 fight.
And are we doing a double game 3 today?
Oh man,
Talk about the hype.
That would be spicy stuff.
Best possible case scenario for us here and the viewers alike. If York University can clap back and get this win for game 2, but Kent State, if you ask them, they'll have none of that. They are still ready to
I think Kent State feeling confident. It's 9-6. The only person on that team who's really threatening right now is Renekton. And if they have a game plan to play this game out, and they've, you know, I don't know. I think they could. I think they could do it.
They could do it. We've seen Kent State execute compositions like almost perfectly, like very straightforward and the way it should be done. So if they do that with this team, they could find maybe a CC lock on a few members. Another way to deal with Renekton is maybe dive his backline and kill his teammates before he can kill your whole team.
Yeah.
And then force him into like a 2v4 scenario, which still would be tough to deal with.
Yeah.
We see Echo open
no,
up.
Moosinator having a flash there, but what do you know? Nunu is swinging around the corner, Tokyo Drift style, and there's no way Nunu gets out of this. I guess he does. I mean, Director Tool says, "All right, Moosinator's safe."
Yep. Director Tool.
I saw the Nunu drifting around that corner, and I thought it was all over for Moosinator.
Director Tool's like, guys, this ward is dying. And a possible Renekton flank. When you see that alligator, you might get scared. He will open up on Star Corner. Forced to flash away. He got chain CC'd pretty good there, but will not fall. Is forced to ulti away. I didn't catch sums there. I think that was just Star Pwner's flash exhaust. But wait a second, Aqua Boy. That's an alligator eating a horse. I've seen that before on the Discovery Channel, but he gets away. The Hecarim will get away this time.
Diddy with the one-line bangers today, boys.
The delivery man more fortunate than the zebra on the Discovery Channel.
Yes. This is looking like a barren start for York University, and oh no, it's going to be tough to contest this. Here comes the Renekton TP. I don't know what they could do here.
It's all about execution. You don't even have Swain ulti, and Swain has no sums. That's supposed to be your carry. Who is it going to come down to? This probably will just be Baron for York, but it's a contest. Can we get a steal over the edge?
Let's see the spicy steal, boys.
Maybe a big Gragas cast. Here comes the Gragas, a big engage. That's three members.
Look at this Baron.
That team goes over it. State, can they win the fight? Star Pwner forced to walk away. Renekton will.
Renekton is going to go down maybe. I think they need to keep this Baron if they can.
Star Pwner still actively skirmishing in here. Plenty of mana, some healing to come in. Aqua Anthony, he has something to say. He will come tap down the Hecarim. It's all up to Kenny.
It's not going to do it.
Oh, and
no.
Yeah,
oh, and the ace.
The ace for York University, but the Baron gets stolen away. It's almost a wash.
I think KSU takes that all day. You do not want to let them get that Baron. Unfortunately, that they couldn't get out with the buff, but definitely a worthwhile play. Stall the game out a little bit longer. Ocean Drake is up in 40 seconds. They need to get there, try and get vision control, but they need to be careful because if you look at the minimap, Renekton is in the jungle potentially looking for some sort of setup. So I don't know if he can do much here to this Rel. She's getting a little beefy, but
if he does, it'll be a fight, I think. Rel.
No, she needs to be careful.
Kondarak's
getting away with the W.
Rel can hop over walls. That's something I learned recently. It's very useful.
I think you can only hop through walls when you're getting off the horse, though, not when you're getting back on it.
Okay. That makes some sense. And blue team now lined up for this Drake here. That's York University. We're seeing a bit of a front to back, but Kent State forced to walk through this choke. It's Kondarak who does it first. Full steam ahead. Star Pwner gonna have ulti this fight. That could change things.
Oh, man.
And for some reason, York University is giving up control of Drake, but it's going to be a Nunu snowball. Here comes the Leona ulti. It's an engage onto the Swain. Is that what he wants? Swain is healing up. This could be a good fight for Kent State as we see a few members dropping for blue team already. Oh, but it's looking like the fight turned on its head.
Yeah.
The Echo with the double kill. Renekton did not go down there either. He's actually in bot lane pushing, and that's going to be Drake number 3 for York University. I thought the conditions of the fight looked decent for a red team, but I think remembered the gold difference here.
Yeah, I think it's Swain is still at the point where he needs to, keep, farming to get into this game. Again, he had a great ulti soaking tons of members, lots of opportunities for potential damage, but the damage was just not enough. So unfortunately, I had the replay queued up from the Baron fight, and then what do you know, another 5v5 over an objective takes place. So let's take a look at this fight for the Drake.
So they go on Swain, and Swain actually is healing through all this. And when he's in the middle of fights like this, it looks pretty good. But a couple red members drop instantly. Gragas, Silas, and Hecarim go down so easily. They're not tanky enough to deal with the damage that comes out of York University.
Yeah, it's the ulti. So I'm going to close this and then bring it up again. I think it should reset, but I'm not sure. No, it doesn't reset. Okay, so I think it's like when the ult is active, it's doing so much. It's keeping him alive, but once it pops, the damage is not enough, and now he loses the sustainability. Yeah. And that's why the fights look like they're going to go to KSU, but then the damage falls flat and it turns over to York because once Swain loses that survivability, he's an easy target.
And I would like to add, there's no AD DPS outside of Hecarim on the composition.
I was thinking that. I noted as we were going into this game that there's a lot of AP on the side of KSU, so
they might want to rethink their draft plans for Game 3 if it goes there, which it looks like it might. But wait a second. Is this Hecarim in a 1v2? Is this doable still? We're looking for a Gore Drinker to come in. There it is, plus the Q heal. And he will just take down the delivery man. And that's another kill here. Kenny will drop as well. Man. You hate to, well, you like to see it if you're York University. That was
York University
slamming.
And Aqua Anthony just going absolutely insane on this team. 12-0 Renekton. 12-0.
That's outrageous try.
Moosinator going to go down here to this Echo possibly, but what do you know? It looked like he was going to turn that there. Oh my god, and the action just does not stop.
Here's some nice Rel CC under turret. Is this good for blue? I'm sorry, for red. Can stay under their turret.
Swain still has ulti to pop.
Under X gonna advance. Can Star Poner pick up the Samira? She will W the hook, it looked like, but the delivery man could possibly pursue here. It's a nice Swain W. Gonna zone PM into the delivery man, but it looks like they're gonna have to deal with the Renekton if they want to keep chasing. As we see Aqua Anthony turn in the corner.
But Kenny with the TP from behind. Kenny he sees the Renekton and instantly turns around.
But Echo threatens his two teammates away, which means Kenny's now in a 1v4.
Oh, no, Kenny's in trouble.
He's just on the run. He's gonna have to snap onto that crab there. Create some more distance. He has a Nunu on him. I think they're going to give up on the chase. Oh.
Oh, that's some spicy stuff.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he
gets sussed out.
And that is going to be Kenny dropping as well with a staggered timer.
Nunu was confused. He's like, where could he have possibly gone? The rest of the team was like, I think I know where he's at.
Yep. It was a hide-and-seek game, and he accidentally, like, sneezed or something in the bush.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this play from Renekton turning that fight with the Gore Drinker. Gore Drinker is just so insane. I cannot believe.
So Gore Drinker, Sterix, and his empowered Q. So these right here. Think they're going to kill him, and then...
Oh my god, that healing is insane.
Yeah. And that's without... Oh. No, that's with ultimate. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Easy peasy, says Aqua Anthony as he drives his team to what looks like will be a Game 3. Making Kent State probably rethink their drafting as we see some weaknesses coming out. The lack of AD, DPS, the sacrifices you make when you don't have AD carry, and now it's a Baron start for York University. I think Kent State flip this, contest it, and look for another steal. My eyes are on the delivery man. He's leaving base right now, though. There's actually no time.
Oh, there's definitely no time, but Gragas got... Oh.
Not the Nunu, though.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't think of Nunu consume as well as the smite. It was just too much damage.
Saving light here with the ulti, the flash onto the Swain, followed up by a snowball, and that Star Poner getting absolutely one-shot. This fight has to be York University. We saw Samira with an early ulti, but it gets interrupted. Now it's the peel away for Kent State. It's the pursue for York University, member after member dropping, and this is where Echo just shines. He gets himself on anyone he wants. And we'll have to ulti back.
Oh, is he going to? Okay, wow, that was really, really close. But now we've got 4 members of York University with Baron about to open the gates here for KSU, and it's looking really tough. We've got 15 seconds on Star Poner, 15 seconds on the Delivery Man, and 20 on Moosinator. How much are they going to get here?
It's definitely Gates time. It just isn't an end angle. I'm not sure that
they're going for the end here.
They are fearless here. Hecarim spawns in 4. The Rel goes in with some nice CC, a few stuns, a couple roots. Kenny here with the follow-up. Here comes the delivery man out of the base, and it looks like a 4v3. This could be winnable for Kent State. The Nexus is not going to fall. They're going to finally kill Aqua Anthony. A big shutdown goes to Swain, but they have lost their Nexus turrets.
Wow, this is going to be a hell of a game if KSU has any hopes of bringing it back. Seriously, this is crazy. So no defense in mid.
It's a Drake look. We have a 2v2 on our hands here as Leona will just stun the delivery man, but he has some tenacity on him. He walks into pit. They're going to look for the kill on the enemy jungler. The Nunu will channel, and the Nunu gets the soul. The Nunu gets the kill on Hecarim as well. And it's all good for York University. Star Poner without it.
What about base? They have super minions on Nexus right now.
Wait, is it stop recalls? Saving Light should maybe look to stop recalls here. Could get him some nice damage on the
Silas
Nexus.
gets the base there. I don't know what the HP looks like on Nexus, but oh man.
I think they're alive for now, but the odds are stacked completely against Kent State. This is York University with a demanding game 2 up 12K and Ocean Soul off the back of a amazing Renekton performance.
I'm feeling pretty confident right here that we're going to see another game going to game 3. What do you know? We haven't gone to game 3 at all this season on stream, and now we're heading into we're going to be 2 game 3s for week 3.
Game 3, that's
week 3, game 3, both games. Wow.
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 Wow. And here we go. The Nexus is the target. Kent State's going to want to engage here, but there's a stun, there's a root, there's full knockup on Musinator. He drops almost instantly. He will go down first. Aqua Anthony just ravaging the enemy team. And despite the Swain pop, that's going to be Nexus falling. That's York University tying the series up at 1-1, forcing game 3.
That's what I'm talking about. You know we love game 3s here at One Life to Play, and we're going to head